For once, I also want to mention I don't have a client getting induced right now. That's cool. But I did have a client who had her baby last night. So the reason my mom brain is so severe was I was awake from like 1:30 to 6 a.m. today, okay? Hi, my name is Grace Pastek. I am a birth and postpartum doula, a mom to a toddler boy, and also a baby wearing educator. And today we are going to go over my favorite carriers, my 3 tips to a successful baby wearing journey, and how to safely wear your baby in a carrier. I don't think a lot of people know what a baby wearing educator is. I think a lot of people know what baby wearing is. It's something that we don't see a lot in Western cultures. We have a lot of carriers that are on the market. They're super expensive, so I help families navigate that. But throughout the rest of the world, it's normalized, used, and babies are worn from the moment they are born to probably like 12 years old, to be honest. That's what I kind of want to do. I'd love to wear Rose when he's older, and there are carriers for that. So let's jump right in and start looking at them. So the reason I became a baby wearing educator was because of the journey with my son. The first carrier I got was a Doula carrier, which is now a brand that I'm fortunate enough to work with. It was lent to us by a family member, and it basically like opened the floodgates. And then suddenly I had bought over probably like 5 or 6 different carriers throughout my pregnancy just to try with him. I was like, I don't know which one you're gonna like. I want to have them all just in case. My partner thought I was crazy, but now it's part of my business. So it was full circle. It like came to a purpose. Having these carriers, what I do with them is I take them to families' homes before they have their big pregnancy belly, and we go try them on. I teach them how to use them. I help them navigate the baby market. You know, are we people who are hiking up mountains, going on big adventures? Do we have a bigger body, a bigger chest? What are we working with? Do you have back hip problems? You have to think about ergonomics. And then to other lifestyle where it's like, you know, wrapping your newborn, occasionally wearing your baby, and then sometimes back wearing your toddler. And so that's where I help you navigate to make sure that you're getting the most bang for your buck out of your carrier and that you're able to wear your baby properly. You can start baby wearing right after you have your baby if you have a spontaneous V delivery. I can't say the actual word because YouTube will shadow ban me, but if everything is all good there and you're feeling good and your baby is all good, you should be able to wrap them freshly postpartum. Something to pay attention to with that is if you notice that you are exhausted or your bleeding has increased, your body is saying, hey, you've done too much, please take a step back. And so that's why when you're baby wearing freshly postpartum, it is to get ready, to make breakfast, to lounge around, to do laundry, or maybe go to the store. It is not to hike up mountains and vacuum and do crazy things up and down the stairs, okay? Take it easy, comfort, convenience, calming, not crazy. I wore my son in a Beluga wrap, which is a amazing Canadian brand. It is a leopard print carrier that all of my clients have now used with their newborns, and I've used with postpartum babies, so it feels really cool. But that wrap has done me so well. One of the only carriers that I actually don't do are woven carriers. It is not something my training taught. It is something that I have thought about looking into in the future, but I find that a lot of families prefer a structured style carrier and what we are able to find on our market locally. What are the benefits of baby wearing? There literally are too many to even list. Picture it like a little kangaroo or a little baby monkey hanging off its mama's back. Your kiddo loves your heartbeat, they love your smell, they love your comfort, they love your connection, and you regulate them. So when they are on your chest listening to your heartbeat as you move around, it's like they're back in the womb. I still wear my toddler on my back frequently. It is something that if I leave a carrier out, he will automatically ask to be put into said carrier because he loves it so much. And so that's why I encourage you to try multiple times. Don't try it once and give up. If you need a virtual consult or an in-home consult, if you're close to me, please reach out, and it is something that I would love to help you do because it is usually not the baby disliking the carrier. It is the carrier not being worn properly, or maybe we're not using it at an ideal time. Being able to know if your baby is tired and wants to be worn, maybe touched out or fussy and doesn't want to be worn, or uncomfortable for another reason. Once you're able to distinguish that, it gives you the ability to use baby wearing fully as a great tool. My son slept in these carriers. We did lots of cuddle naps in these as well. We've used them for walking, grocery stores, hiking, camping, basically any single adventure you could imagine we've done, but I use this most for cooking dinner. Today's video is not sponsored by any of these brands, but I have been gifted some of these carriers from their companies to create content and teach families how to use them. So let us start out with our stretchy wraps. This is the beluga wrap that I was talking about in leopard print. She's beautiful. She's very, very stretchy, okay? Elasticy, big fabric. Some people love her. I find her great, especially on a postpartum body. And then we have the Solly Baby. This is another brand that I've been fortunate to work with, and I love this wrap as a postpartum doula. It's light, it's airy, it's not as stretchy as the beluga, and so I find that on my body, this feels better for wrapping a little baby when I'm doing postpartum doula work, when I'm, working, doing things done, putting away dishes. And I'm gonna use the Solly Baby for a demo here. Biggest thing, no twists. You're gonna find your logo, center to your sternum. You're gonna take it, and as you cross these back panels, it is really important that they don't get twisted. So you can see here everything's nice and wide. If this was folded the other way or all messed up, it is going to cause you and your baby discomfort. So pull it over, make sure nothing is crossed, and then same with the other side. You bring it up, stretch them nice and wide, and that way you make sure this will not be a painful wear for you. Like my little baby tattoo, holding babies too. Isn't that sweet? Now I do baby wearing and I have pictures of moms helping them hold their babies for the first time. I think it's full circle again. Anyways, back to this. Take it, and now you're going to take what I like to call your straps, put it through your basket. Drop down there like that. Pull it nice and tight, kind of like a bra or a nice shirt. You're then going to cross it over here, and you can tie it in the back, you can tie it in the front. Some moms do like these pretty bows. For littler babies, I like to use this as a seat, but if you're a freshly postpartum mama, I recommend putting this in the back to take pressure off of your uterus. Now let's grab Rhoda. This is my demo doll, Rhoda. She's been in a few videos already, and yes, she is an Akai baby sleeper. And the reason I have her in this is because footy jammies aren't your friend. You want to make sure that this part is not digging into your baby. So t-shirt and pants, maybe a romper sleeper or an oversized one where the feet are nice and stretchy, are going to make sure your baby is happy and comfortable. Bum change, fully fed as well. Let's get them in. Whichever strap is underneath, which is this one in its case, you're going to take your baby, put it over your shoulder, drop, and you are going to spread knee to neck. The reason that this matters is because if this is not spread knee to neck, so like this, if I do something, there goes your baby. That's not what we want to do. So these are really important to keep your kiddo in, okay? When you put them, again, all the way over, you spread those seams out from knee to neck, and then same thing on the other side, from knee to neck. Because now you can see they're nice and secure. You're not going to do that freshly postpartum, but that's to prove these need to be tight, secure, and effective, because this is what holds your baby in place. That next part, your basket right here, pull that over top and spread it all the way up again from knees to neck. See how this came right to their neck? That's how you know you did it properly. Spread this all out, and then your baby will have bones. My doll does not, so you can do two positions. The froggy, if they like to be squished, put their little toes together. You're going to bring this down and hook this around, and then you can just bring that up, and they're comfy like this. If they aren't a fan of having their feet together, you'll leave them out in that M position so they have a nice deep seat and a C curve. You're going to take your basket and pull it up again, and then as you do that, you're going to make sure your baby's sat down nice and deep. Put the legs into an M position. Use this ridge line to sit under their knees to sit them down. So you create that C, and you're good to go. So that's the basics of a baby wrap. You can see nice and hands-free, wiggling. Rhoda is about the size of a 1 to 2 month old, close enough to kiss, and no twists anywhere. That's the most important part. And to get them out really easy, you're gonna bring this down. You're going to take your hand, you're going to slide it under, pop, just like that. take this hand, slide it under here so you always have a good grip on baby. Pop, and then it stays around you nicely and you're able to go lay your baby down to sleep and sneak away. And something I love about these carriers is that they are convenient to throw in your diaper bag postpartum. Take it, has a little bag right there, and you're able to keep this in your car and it's good and contained. All right, so now let's jump into some hybrid carriers. This one has a weight range, it's the Coney carrier, to about 25 pounds, and then ring slings any age. So this is a Coney carrier and you can use this while you're swimming, which I think is really cool. The one unfortunate part to this that I've seen the brand change is that you could not control the back panel sliding up before. If your baby was heavy, they would pull down and this would slide up, 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 up and be digging into your neck. And so that's why I really only used this one probably till he was 4 months old, and then he was too heavy and it was painful and I needed something more structured. So you can see it's light, it's airy, it's thin. It's great for if you're having a summertime baby or you plan to be in the water a lot. These are my ring slings. These are Wild Bird ring slings. This is one that I bought off Facebook Marketplace for $10 when I was pregnant. It is a gold ring with kind of like this seafoam green color. This is their newer Dusty Rose pattern. I was fortunate enough to be sent this by them as well because I have so many moms wanting to be taught how to ring sling. I'm going to do a whole video separately on how to ring sling, but for now I'm going to do a sped up voiceover so that you are able to see, and then one day down the line, again, if you ever need help with these, you can always reach out to me. I can do this virtually or in home or just help you troubleshoot through Messenger, but here we go. This is how I do my ring sling. It's tried and true. This one takes the most practice, but it's so worth it and it's so handy. And then to get them out, just unravel, good grip under the bum, take it, pull, switcheroo, hand under the bum, and you're good to go. And now let's try out some soft structured carriers. This is a Doula toddler, as you can tell, it's huge. This goes up to 60 pounds, guys. 60 pounds. This will take you far. You can front wear, you can back wear with it too, and I am grateful to say that I was also sent this to do content for them to show off back wearing with it because it's something that I'm so passionate about. This is also a Doula. This is their free to grow model. This is my ride or die, okay? If you're gonna get anything for yourself or your baby or put anything on your baby shower, put this carrier. Trust me, this will save you postpartum. This one's so easy to put on. It's literally 2 clips, clip, clip. You can wear it from newborn all the way up to 45 pounds, so I can still wear Rhodes on my back with it, and it is just the handiest carrier on the market. So again, Doula, free to grow. This is something that you need. I will put links for all of these down below, but this is one that I swear by. And then this is a baby beluga carrier. And now I am working with this to learn how to use this, but I feel like I actually got a defective model and just have not reached out to the brand to solve it itself. Either way, I bought this when it first came out almost 3 years ago. 3 years ago, because Rhodes was just a tiny baby. So this is a carrier you can use from 15 pounds to 45 pounds as well, back wear, front wear. They can't forward face in it though. It's a work in progress, but it's a very beautiful carrier. It's structured lovely. I just struggle to navigate these specific pieces. I feel like these are super coily for some reason. I can't get them to not be rock hard, and every time you put this on, if you back wear, this slides up to my neck. It doesn't stay on. So one day I will resolve this and I will give a full update on how to use this, what I figured out, tips and tricks, if that's something you guys want to see. And yes, there's more. Let's do structured carriers now. If you want to forward face, you want to hike mountains, you want to have your baby, facing out, seeing the world, going to the zoo. If they are born in January, like December to January season, it is perfect for them to front wear in the summertime, okay? Because they can look out, their bodies can handle it, and they're going to love it. This is the Doula Explore. You can tell that she's made for forward facing by the buttons. The only time you're ever going to move these down is if you're facing outward for your kiddo. This is a lovely carrier as well if you're wanting to have them inward, outward, on your back, same range as the other one, so 7 to 45 pounds. And these carriers are made of such good quality fabric that this is going to last you through like 5 kids. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like the one that I borrowed from my cousin when I had Rhodes, she has plenty of children and I'm pretty sure she's used it for her last 4. And so here's being said, these are a great investment if your baby's gonna be in that peak age from 5 months to 8 or 9 months in the summer, spring, or early fall, because they can turn outward and they can see the world. And that's an accurate description of Ergo Baby for you. This is my Ergo Baby 360 Omni. I got this off of Facebook Marketplace when I was pregnant for Curtis to use because I was like, oh, mom carrier, dad carrier, all the different kind of things. If you are hiking up mountains, if you are Icelandic or Swedish or over 6 foot tall, slim build and want a good quality carrier, this is going to be your vibe. The name itself tells you everything about it. Ergo, ergonomics. And Doula is actually the sister brand to Ergo, which is why we're able to say, yes, they're great quality, they're gonna last you, and they're made for parents' bodies. This carrier is heavy duty. I help a lot of families with these because they feel very overwhelmed. It seems like all the bells and whistles, all these buttons and zippers and different things. And so this is a great one if you are planning to do long time wearing, up mountains, adventure living, all that and in between, because they can face outward just like that. They can go on your back, inward, and you're able to use this from newborn to toddler stage as well. So it gives you that good quality duration. So flashback quick, I finished this video, I put everything away, I'm like packing up the carriers into the bin that they're standing on for the camera tripod, and then I realized I didn't show one carrier, and I want to show this one carrier so importantly because it's the best carrier that I've found for a budget friendly price. So it deserves me putting my jeans back on, standing my camera back up, getting the battery out of the charger, plugging it back in, because it is so great for so cheap. You can find these on Marketplace. It's your girl, the Infantino 5-in-1. And I have quite a history with this carrier, which is why I put everything back together for it. I bought this off of Marketplace when I was a nanny back in 2018. I found Babywearing online. I thought it would be super helpful to put the toddler on my back to be able to go and do things. She was like 13 months old, and so I found this for 20 bucks. And then flash forward to my pregnancy, my nanny family bought me the same carrier, but brand new because they're super sweet like that. It saved my life postpartum because I had this and I had the Doula. I wasn't familiar with the Doula yet. I was familiar with this though, and that gave me the confidence to soar. And we used this every night when my son was struggling with tongue and lip tie issues. He had to be upright 24/7 because he had silent reflux, just chaos. So this is the one I will give you another demo on really quickly, because if you are wanting a budget friendly carrier that's going to last you from newbornhood to toddlerhood, that can do every position of every other carrier I just showed you, this is going to be your guy. The nice thing about this is that once you get your size, you are able to easily just put it on like a backpack. So you're going to put it around your waist. Again, when we put these on, make sure there's no twists. Hold tight here, and then you just take the straps and put them over like this. Again, if it's twisted like this, make sure that you do untwist it. It can just happen from the carrier being in a travel case or whichever, but it will affect your ability to put it on. Now, something I see people do with Doulas or Ergos is that they're reaching over top to try and do up these back flips. Like they're pulling these up, which is valid. You can do that to flip it up. What I want you to actually try and do, because not everybody is easy, to do that, is to reach from behind. So go back, go under. To be able to undo your back clip like this, hold your baby here, is so much easier. And then again, to do it up, you're able to find both of them and then click it right in. There you go. So, getting Rhoda. See, she's in the box still. This is the box that I haul this all around in. So when I'm going to clients' houses, it's easy to transport. For once, I also want to mention I don't have a client getting induced right now. That's cool. But I did have a client who had her baby last night. So the reason my mom brain is so severe was I was awake from like 1:30 to 6 a.m. today, okay? Easy to put your baby in. All of these have clips, so you just glide them in right like this, pull their feet through, and then you just take it, one's done here, so you're going to do your other clip up there, and same thing here. And you're good to go. And so see with this one, you're able to fold it down. If they're older, you're able to be close enough to kiss. You can wear them on their back. And something special about this baby that your baby cannot do is if they are old enough, they are ready, they're over 5 months, they can hold their head up independently now, you're able to forward face them. So again, your baby won't do this, but mine does. And boom, there you go. Now she's forward facing. So things to watch for when they're forward facing is that they're up high here. You can see she's too small. If they sit down here, can't see. They need to be able to support their head and necks, be nice and big to fill out that carrier portion, and you're good to go. So there, I did it. I hope you enjoy the outro now. Some other carriers that I have but that aren't here are Ergo Embrace carrier for early newborns to about 5-month-olds. I lent this to my friend who has the Ergo carrier, the green one, and I thought that maybe she might be able to use something a little bit softer, easier to put on quicker because she has a toddler. So that's currently out for lending. And then I also have a Lily Baby carrier coming in the mail as a collaboration with them as well. I go by the ABC method. Another one that you see out there is ticks, which is safety for baby wearing. But when I think ticks, I think bugs, and I just don't like that abbreviation. So what I like to do is the ABCs. So airway open. There's no fabric over their face. You're able to see their nose, their lips. They have space under their chin, aka preventing suffocation. The next is body in the right position. Your baby should not be up here. They can be over here in a ring sling if they're over 5 months old. If your baby is under 4 months, I don't want to see them forward facing, okay? They ain't ready for that. And when it comes to back wearing, they need to be able to sit up independently, and they need to be over 5 months for that as well. Now, there is an exception with that if you are doing those woven wraps that I talked about, but again, today we're going by the rules of these carriers in which everyone has their own. So make sure when you buy them that you're reading the manual and making sure you're doing it properly. Your baby should not be down here. They're not motorboating, guys. We need them to be right here. Okay, close enough to kiss, airway out, bum has that nice good C curve in their spine, and that they are safe and secured. The last one, C, is comfortable for mom and babe. Make sure your baby has a clean diaper. Make sure you've gone pee, that you've eaten, that they've eaten, that everybody's happy and it's at a good time. Think about what you're wearing. We don't want big zippers, knitty sweaters, like anything uncomfortable, because the simpler the outfit, the more time you devote to putting on your carrier properly, making sure that your baby's in it properly and learning how to be comfortable in it, the easier it's going to get for you, the faster you're going to put it on. I like to say that when you use a baby wrap for the first time, it's like tying your shoes when you're 5 years old. The first time you do it, it's gonna suck, it's gonna fall apart, but that's why we have help, that's why we practice, and then now we don't even think about it because it is muscle memory, especially with the ring slings as well. A lot of moms use the elbow hack and they just know their kid's size and they're able to wear from there. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. All the carriers in this video are linked down below. If you need help with baby wearing, please reach out to me. I would love to get you and your kiddo functional, on the go, and hands-free. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.